Welcome back to Spooky Scary Angmarites. And today we are going to... What did we have to do? Tharbad. And... I'm feeling kind of janky right now. Should pass in time, I hope. And... Dwarves. Now, as one of you want to have reinforcements. Doesn't really matter which one, cause you're both kind of shit generals. So, let's start here. This is going to be interesting. Oh boy. This is going to be an interesting battle. I am not entirely confident I'll win this one. I do expect I'll win, but I'm not 100% confident I will. But that's okay, because these are expendable armies, more or less. Now, what I actually want to talk about is why I'm kind of miffed right now. Yeah, I consider myself to have a fairly decent reason. I was watching a movie just before doing this. And that movie is The Sport, which is a fairly well-acclaimed movie about a German submarine cruise during World War II. It's actually a very, very good movie. But it has one big problem, that's the ending. And I'm still not going to actually spoil that ending, because I would still very much recommend watching the movie or the miniseries, if you can find it somewhere. And if you do end up watching the movie, I'd very much recommend watching the director's cut edition. But the movie is a very, very good movie. And I fucking loved it. There's no denying it. I genuinely loved the movie. It's a fairly realistic... Oh, good God, this is going to be a big battle. It's a fairly realistic depiction of life aboard a submarine. Which, by in and of itself, is super rare to come by. Because, well, everything nowadays is, well, always has just been action. There's no... For the most part, there's no real room for any sort of, like, proper character-based movies with high production values, particularly stuff like World War II movies. But Das Boot is very much one of those, and it does it extremely well. Like, the script is based on the novel, which then again is based on the documentation of one of the characters in the movie, who was in fact a real character. Like, it's, for the most part, it's a quote-unquote historic movie. Because, well, the characters are real. Events have been altered, but they still follow the gist of what happened. This is during the U-boat's 7th mission, I think, out of a total of 11 or 12. You're almost there in range, and I'd like to take care of those. Yeah, no, the movie has very well done character developments and stuff like that. It's fucking just well done. I don't know how else to explain it except for just saying it's fucking well done. I mean, they, like, fuck off. Most World War II movies are, well, they're all action and less substance to the actual movie itself. You're gonna destroy it, maybe. While this movie, it cares a lot more about the life on the actual submarine. Well, the action plays a very minor part of it, and when the action starts, it's not there to give the viewers an action sequence, it's there to show the psychological suspense and psychological impact that this has. Oh no, not the horrible, horrible things. Wait, what? What? Good fucking god. Okay, well, someone's been fixing their catapults. Jesus Christ, I remember them being completely just non-functional. Fuck you. Jesus. Yeah, it very much focuses on the psychological aspect of being on a submarine rather than the on the action aspect, which does it really feels like it does justice, and from what I've heard, it does in fact do it proper justice. Did you just fire or something? No, you have to move forward. Okay, well, you retarded then. Got it. And the movie does a very good job of making you feel like you're actually like. It doesn't directly make you feel like you're on the submarine, of course, because, well, it's a fucking movie. You're watching it through the screen. But it does give you a very... It makes you feel like you're there, more or less. Not entirely directly, but as much as the movie can. And the shots are well done. The pacing is extremely well done. Whereas the shots, it's all shot like very close to the faces of people because it's a very claustrophobic environment, and that makes it, and that kind of shot makes the movie feel very, very claustrophobic. Even in the roomy areas, it still goes in very close to the characters, because well, it's the whole theme of the movie. Like in the beginning, when they're not on the submarine, you have the wider shots. But even then, you still have those very close-up shots whenever the characters are talking to each other, just to establish that kind of theme early on, even if they're just in, like, toilet or something. What's actually doing damage? King's crossbows. Fuck you. Well, I guess you'll have to play with them. But yeah, it goes a long way to show that, and does a very good job of it. Meanwhile, it moves through the submarine in a very natural manner. Like as you're following characters through, the camera bobs up and down, of course, and it's like, well, it's like the camera is trying to avoid obstacles. You have some wider shots inside of the submarine, but even then, you're like, it feels confined. There's always something on the edges of the camera. Because that makes it feel even more confined than the shot actually is. Like even if you have like a fairly open-ish area, it doesn't feel quite as open. Now you go attack. And the usage of music is also very particular in the movie because it rarely uses much music. The music is there to complement the movie. It doesn't get in the way of actually feeling anything. When the suspense is there, it's not because of the music. It's there because of the atmosphere in the movie. It's there because it's quiet. Everyone's quiet, for instance. For instance, I recall one specific shot where they're being they run into a not submarine. They run into a destroyer, and they start dropping depth charges in the submarine. So, of course, they do what they can to not make any sound, so they can't locate them through any sort of sound. Everything goes quiet, they goes all quiet. And then, of course, the sonar pings start. And that right there, it's completely silent, it's just the pings, there's no score, no nothing. And it feels tense because of that. God, I really probably should do something about this. It's quite absurd. Okay, catapult here and a catapult here. You'll have an actual battle to fight as well. I need to take care of that. Okay, done there. Yeah, the way the movie is shot is just superbly done. The score, excellent. I mean, the score isn't like interesting. It's just, it's well used. They don't overuse it. They don't underuse it. It's just, the usage is just right. Good God, these catapults are disgustingly overpowered now. What the fuck? Yeah, so yeah, the movie. Just general composition of the movie, the phasing, very good. And it falls off a bit in the end. I'll do say that. The phasing starts to feel a bit forced. It was like it's still like, well, it's not that bad. It's still reasonable. It's like I can see this happening. What did we run into? Oh, travelers. Right. Yeah, the phasing movie, like pacing, not phasing. Movie perfectly solid, except for like the last few bits. Oh god, that's broken as shit. Jesus Christ. Like the one actual genuine problem I have, like there's a couple of nitpicky bits, like well, once you're out on the bridge, so like, well, once your binoculars get wet, they're not really that useful anymore. But yeah, it's like it's minor nitpicking of stuff like that. It's like, who cares? It's so fucking minor, it doesn't matter. You not get your... Yeah, you did. So why the fuck weren't you firing on the catapults? Yeah, disgusting little X on you. Find the catapults again. Oh, right. Destroyed. Yeah, now where was I? I was talking about the composition of the movie. Like, everything is well done, the pacing's good. Like, this section where they ended up on another ship for reasons I'm not going to say, because, well, I'm not going to spoil anything in this case, because, well, I don't wanna. I want people to watch this movie, so I don't want to spoil it for them. Right. And yeah, like, they end up on another ship, and it's like, the contrast between that crew and the crew of the submarine is just... It's so obvious, and it feels real. Like, it doesn't feel forced. It's not like, hey, look, they're so different. No, it's just, like, yeah. These people are very different. They're in very different situations. Kind of get the feel that they're not taken as serious as you should, because watching this movie, you're like, submarine crews have to deal with a lot of shit. That's what you're going to take out of this movie. It's like, it's not something anyone would actually want to do. Like, and yeah, I totally understand why. It's like, you don't need the movie to tell you why it's fucking terrible. You just, it's kind of obvious. You're in a cramped fucking space. There's nothing. It's all horrible. It's like a nightmare. And the movie doesn't really bash you over the head with that. It's just like, hey, here's how these people live. And that's it. It's like, yeah. It's a very strong anti-war movie, because it also shows from a realistic perspective how people would act. Like, get to know people who don't want to fight in the war, because, well, who gives a shit? You get to know one person who, well, he wants to fight in a war, but he just, like, he doesn't understand it. Like, it's clearly showing that he doesn't really, he's not experienced. He doesn't really know what he's getting into. It's like, he's an idealist. The movie still doesn't beat you over the head with it. I never felt like the movie ever beat me over the head with anything. I felt that everything that happened was completely measured and reasonable.
Only half the enemy force remains.
There's no blatant political statements. It doesn't go like, the Nazis are the bad guys. Because, well, it's not about the Nazis. It's just about the submarine crew. There are no Nazis there. There's just 40-something men. That's like all there is there. No Nazis. Just men. It's actually a good idea. I mean, King's Halberd. Don't have that good stats, but the halberds are like, well, still scary as shit. It's time for you to fuck off. Oh, so what are you taking so much damage from? Can't be the catapult, can it? Oh, it's the beast hunters. What were you fighting? Sons of the Fallen. Yeah, I can see why you'd run away. No, it's like the one criticism, like the solid criticism I have for the movie is like the ending is just shit. It made me genuinely actually angry. Well, not angry, but annoyed, miffed. I was like, fuck you, movie. Like, it's such a good movie, just ruined by the ending. And I was like, why? If they just hadn't done that, if they just ended it before the ending, it would have been such a good movie. But instead, it got that ending. It's like, it's all just icky. Icky and gross is what it is. Ooh, these trolls are getting some severely beaten up. Yeah, I'm curious as to how much they'll actually have left at the end of this battle. Yeah. Movie, just fantastic up until the end. I would very much recommend watching it. It's like, the scenes... The boring scenes aren't even boring. Like, the scenes are there clearly to show you that, like, what they do in downtown. And it's fucking boring, you get that. It's like, yeah, this looks fucking boring. But those scenes still don't bore you. They're still engaging. And that's hard to do. I recognize that it's actually a very hard thing to do in movies. It's to make something that's boring not feel boring to watch. These trolls are going to die. That's okay. You're gonna need them anyway. Did you fuck off over there? No, you did not. What are you playing down here? These. What do we have here? Halberds. And General's Bodyguard. Yes. Like, if I were to rate the movie, if it wasn't for the ending, I'd rate it a 9 out of 10. It's like, it's extremely well done movie. It feels genuine. Nothing about it feels ham-fisted. But it's just the ending. It's like, it's such a bad ending. It's so forced. It's so fucking contrived. It's just like, fuck you. It leaves you feeling like the movie just gave you the middle finger and told you to go fuck yourself. As much as that's redundant, that's exactly what it feels like. It's that bad. Because the movie never beats you over the head with anything. It doesn't tell you how to feel. It doesn't tell you that you should feel for this character. It makes you feel for that character. And then you get the ending, which is just like, hey, look, these characters, feel for them. Look, you should feel now. And it's like, why? Why did you have to ruin such a fucking good movie with just crap? Just genuine, straight up crap. Just contrived movie nonsense cliches. And if I sound annoyed, it's because I'm actually annoyed. I'm actually genuinely annoyed by the movie. And that saddens me, because it's such a good movie, and I really wish that it hadn't ended like that. I wish I could have come out of it and said, like, glowing recommendation. Perfect movie. But I can't, because of the ending. It's like... just... Why? Why? Why did the movie have to be like that? It makes me sad. Just wasted. Like, with the ending, like, the ending shouldn't dictate that much about, like, the overall feel of a movie, but it's like, it's that bad. So I'd put it at like a 7 out of 10 just because of the ending. It's like, it's that disappointing. It just, you can see where it's going, and it's like, it takes you so out of the movie. It stops feeling genuine. It starts feeling like a typical Hollywood movie in the end. And that's tragic. It's fucking tragic. No movie should start feeling like that. Trolls are dying! Oh no! Another enemy general fallen. Good. Well, I don't see us winning this, but... Didn't have too high hopes, nor did I really care too much. Like, well... I threw my armies at them, I didn't strategize much. I could have rushed them with something in order to keep up the pressure and not have to deal with the entire army at once. But instead, we got a massive fuckfest of a random-ass blob of battle. Yes, I think I'm done talking about the movie for now. I think I made my point. If you want to watch a good movie with a very disappointing ending, I can't recommend a more perfect movie for that purpose. Okay, well, you're going to need some actual support. So there's some ballistas over there. Yeah, I very much recommend watching the movie, just straight up. And I think that's what I'm going to leave it at. Just very much recommend watching the movie. I'd talk about spoilers, but I don't wanna, because I don't want to spoil it. But yeah. Plot of the movie, good. Structure of the movie, very good. Cinematography, good. Just all around good. These pikemen aren't doing too well. Have anything that could help them out? Yeah, you could help them out. I don't need help against dwarven travelers. Meanwhile, these are getting absolutely slaughtered because Guardians of Khazad-dûm are, well, Khazad-dûm Guardians rather. They're strong. And my entire army is pretty much exhausted at this point. Yeah. We're orcs and we're outnumbered by dwarves. I think we deserve whatever credit we can get from this one. I do wish that as you lost units, you would actually take over the AI-controlled units, but, well, you don't. 420 out of 1,200 left. That army's not doing well either. You've had some Khazad-dûm Reclaimers. That catapults. Might have been. Didn't notice nothing, but it might have been. Sons of the Fallen are super strong. Yeah, they have a catapult again. God damn it. Didn't destroy the last one. Well, deal with these, I guess. Hopefully before the catapult kills you all. That's fucking disgusting. The radius on that thing is absurd. Look at that! Like a fucking high explosive shell.
Defeat seems almost certain.
Broken is what it is. Oh, well, we weakened the dwarves a lot. Nah, the next two stacks should be able to deal with them rather easily. Yeah, not much point microing anything at this point. There's pretty much nothing left. So now we just go through and watch the last bits. I'm not sure if we killed any of the actual faction family members, but I think we might have only ever killed captains. Well, you're still holding on. As are these. Fucking kudos to them for holding on. Proper good strong orcs. Need more of these. There goes my general. And that's them fleeing. Utter defeat. Yeah, you don't fucking say. Yep, there you go. Enemies killed. A good solid chunk of them. They don't have a whole lot left anymore. Yeah, just one lord and one high lord. Only real loss was the super high veterancy snow trolls. It's like, meh. Like one or two battles where they don't die and they get them back anyway. So it's like, it's not that big a deal. Perfectly okay with losing these two stacks. They're perfectly expendable. Oh, I did kill the High Lord. Lol. The Dwarves of Khazad are doing poor. Well, see if I care. Can't recruit much here right now, but... well, we have enough to defend. Defending won't be any issue. Ballista, catapults, pikemen, halberds, trolls. Yeah, none of that will be an issue with defending with. Oh, you just continue, I guess.
Is that what you want?
There's always more to fight with.
Just sleep in here.
This army right here is just ridiculous. I love it.
Kill them all.
More siegery.
Is that what you want?
Okay, well, we're now besieging 3 cities. And that should... yeah, no, the dumb landings won't have... they're not going to last for long. I need to recruit more, as always. Loading on money. Nearly 40,000 income each turn. That's... well, it's money. Now for the spees. I think I sent a whole lot of them to just gather up debris. Then I'll just send them down south and just have like a massive scouting force. So I'll know where basically everything is. But like, hi, I have so much intel, you won't know what to do with it. Alright, should move the troops in Imladris. Don't need them anymore. Because Imladris is solidly under my control. And since, well, there's only them left. There was only that left, so... I took Imladris, that's the end of the faction, and therefore, well, not at war with them anymore. Kind of want to buy out Endwith from, like, from that bay area near Tharbad, just funny. I'll try and see what I can do with whatever money I'll have left at some point. Getting Zarkal, that would have been great. Drangu the Liar, if I only knew where the fuck you were. Imladris? Oh look, Imladris is dead. Failed invasion on Dol Amroth. Oh well, too bad for you. Guess you can't do nothing without me. This is such a weird recruitment center. Not even a recruitment center, because I don't recruit anything there. Cometh Bryn. Axemen are pretty fucking good. But it's like, meh. It's always kind of just meh. Actually, queue up anything? No, because there's nothing to queue. Okay, got it. Here we can retrain. Wow. Mining network and market. Mining network should give me more money than the market will. Imladris, done repairing. It's not impressive. You look like a woman. Why'd you look like a woman? Oh well, you can march down to Khazad-dûm, I guess. Imladris should be fine. Lower the tax rate, watch that population grow, go just... Not even any point. Oh, that was a chieftain. Lol. Okay. Good for him, I guess. Where's you? Tharbad will be a more interesting battle. What do I have here? Kind of a half-decent army. Bickering, what do you have? Shit garrison again. Yeah, no, it's like, meh. Ah, for fuck's sake, really? Fine, you know what, I'll take the ransom. That's... God, I hate when it does that. It's such a fucking clear victory, it's like, lol. Fine, we'll retrain that army. You can't move this turn, fair enough. Trade decrease, aspiring commander. Okay, retinue expands soothsayer, 2 morale for all. Ooh, that's pretty good. How much time do we have left? Not a whole lot of time. I'll siege this one for a while longer. Yeah, I should have just fought that battle. God damn. This is what being lazy gets you. It gets you punished. This game is like lol water assault. That's funny. It's good. Wait, go here. Recruit anything useful here? Yes, trolls. You can recruit that. Wow, great. They're so-so. They have their uses. They're not great, but they're not shit either. It's like... It's cavalry. It's about the only cavalry I have. And I'm like... Can I afford not to have it? They're useful for taking out catapults. They're useful for taking out ballista. They're useful for taking out range units. They're useful for that kind of stuff. And that's really, like... what I use them for. I need that kind of stuff done. Kind of important, because look at how overpowered those catapults were. I can't rely entirely on my ballistas doing all that work. Particularly when it comes to like the actual well, no, when it comes to actual proper range units, the wargs will get utterly demolished again. They're only good for taking out trashy range units. And for locking down enemy cavalry in combat so that my infantry can get them. Like, the warg is so when it comes to cavalry. The Yorks of the Misty Mountain have very good wargs. I kind of wish I had those instead. They would be much more fun. No, don't need you. Uglag. You're that fatty. Oh. You fatties can just go there. We're retraining here, boys. Now, construction report. Warg stuff. Warg stables or something. Warg breeder, that's what it's called. Right, well, if you need to be retrained again. Mithlond. Torture Chamber Fairground. Fairground, obviously. Vorlond. Fairground. More money. Always more money. Not that I particularly need it, but more money. It never really hurts to have extra money. Imladris. Like, so much stuff I could actually build here. But I kind of just need the culture up. Okay, you are just done repairing, so that's that for that turn. You just need to...
No sleeping here.
Stop being bitches, I guess. Besieging anything else at this point? No, not really. Are you okay if I start marching you down?
Come on!
You would not be okay, so what if I leave another unit of marauders here? Then you would be okay, but not much more than that. So let's start sending out some more troops to the area. I mean, I could go for Dunlarak and just siege it. No, not with this general. This general's actually not shit.
No sleeping here!
Nah, this is the fucking blob of generals I have.
Listen up!
Ostenethil, I guess.
Objective.
Go there, replenish, get all the shit done. Have here more catapults. Having more catapults doesn't really hurt, neither do more ballistas. You are Valesmen.
and honor.
I really want Gundabad. Because Litash is not the one city I want to defend over there. I'd rather have to defend Gundabad if I need to defend one city there. If I have the choice, I'd rather get Gundabad, and maybe I have enough money to buy it now.
Ready.
Maybe. Let's end the turn here and see what happens. Maybe someone's going to get pissy and, well, attack us. In which case, it's going to be a long episode.
We bring word.
Dale wants trade rights. You know what? That's perfectly okay.
It was a
I'll
fateful
take
day for
that.
him.
No, wait. No, I can't trade with them right now. I don't remember what region it was to get the fucking trade route that goes like way above the Grey Mountains? Grey Mountains, I think they're called. These are the Misty Mountains, then it's the Grey Mountains above that, then it's Erebor, and then it's the Iron Hills. Fuck, I don't remember. I don't remember the exact geography of the fucking universe. Been a while since I looked at the map. Huntmaster of the Andean Vale is dead. Wow. His faction leader is dying left, right, and center right about now. Minas Morgul besieged. Well then. Litash, you can recruit more stuff now. You know. You're okay as you are. Wraith. It's a lot of stuff to retrain. Let's go get a blacksmith. Arthen Loon. You are super safe. Dunyanok, you're also fairly safe. So let's get Leathertown there. Just because a tiny bit of extra income. Angsul, you are also very safe. But you're a castle, so I might as well just get something. Just in case, you never know. But I highly doubt I'll ever need it. That.
Always a pleasure.
Now you! Gundabad, Gib. Gib now. How much you want for it? 50,000? Very demanding. Well then. 65,000. Let's see what they say to that. 65,000 or 650,000. Very demanding. Well then. What if I do this?
Foolish to suggest.
31,750 gold coins per turn for 7 turns. No.
This meeting is quite
You
useful.
can go off yourself. That's a fucking absurd price.
I'll rip off your head and spit on your neck.
Maybe? No, I don't feel entirely confident about this yet. Get some more decent units first, I think.
Get ready for
You
fighting.
besiege this.
Kill them all! Destroy them! Don't waste time. Attack!
I'm curious, just for shits and giggles. Oh, now win. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. No, apparently don't. That's not a whole lot of. Oh. Yeah, I think we're doing better. We've taken 1 settlement, 2 settlements. 2 settlements.
Listen up!
Where the fuck do I even send you? This fort? This fort. You can sit there for a while. Austin Thill, I do need to replenish everything I have there. It's gonna take a few turns. Yeah, I think this is as good a place as any to end it. It's a bit of a short episode, but yeah. We've got Tharbud to deal with next turn. That's gonna be fun. Maybe it actually has a custom settlement. That would be nice. So until then.